Cactus, the desert warriors clad in sharp spines, seemingly built just to survive, are quietly operating as profit-generating machines in barren lands, raking in hundreds of millions of dollars from their tough pads and juicy prickly pears. But have you ever wondered how millions of tons of cactus are harvested and processed every year? Under the scorching sun, with temperatures soaring above 40 degrees Celsius, where the land cracks open and the winds feel like fire, cactus plants proudly rise from the rocky, arid soil. When harvest season arrives, thick, fleshy pads and water-laden prickly pears are gathered and transported directly to processing facilities. There, through modern production lines, they're transformed into bottles of juice or even liquor. Today, join Agriculture Insight as we uncover the fascinating journey of cactus, from a dust-covered outcast to a desert superfood. All will be revealed in this video. Welcome to Mexico, the homeland of the cactus, where this spiny plant is regarded as one of the nation's strategic crops, leading the world in production with hundreds of thousands of tons harvested each year. More than just an enduring cultural symbol, the cactus serves as a vital source of food, industrial materials, and livelihood for millions. The prickly pear industry alone brings in over 100 million USD annually for Mexico. Beneath its thorny skin lies a sweet, refreshing flesh with a flavor blend of watermelon, pear, and kiwi, rich in vitamin C, packed with minerals low in sugar, making it ideal for diabetics and earning its place among the world's most promising superfruits. Thanks to its drought resistance, ease of cultivation, and high economic value, the prickly pear is increasingly seen as a key to the future of sustainable agriculture. So, where does this journey begin? Join us as we explore the land where blazing sun and rocky soil give rise to the remarkable survival story of the cactus. Everything begins with a step that may seem simple, yet it is a critical phase for anyone hoping to achieve a bountiful harvest: seed selection. In the semi-arid regions of Mexico, where scorching heat is part of daily life, choosing the right variety is never left to chance. Farmers carefully observe the mother plants from previous seasons, looking for cactus bushes that grow vigorously, resist pests, have thick pads, and bear sweet fruit. From these, they select mature pads that are aged but not yet woody. These pads are then detached and left to dry for a few days, allowing the cut to seal and reducing the risk of rot before replanting. Unlike most crops, cactus nopal isn't propagated by seed, but through vegetative reproduction. From a single juicy pad, a whole new generation can emerge. This isn't just a traditional method, it's how people have learned to be patient, to understand the soil and the plant, and to quietly sow into dry earth a belief that life will return. Once the planting pads are ready, farmers move on to the next crucial step: preparing the soil, the foundation that will nurture an entire new generation under the sun and wind. Although cactus is renowned for its drought tolerance, the soil still needs to be plowed 20 to 30 centimeters deep to break up compacted layers and allow young roots to spread freely. Next, aged manure, typically from cows or chickens, is added to enrich the soil and help retain moisture. In areas with acidic or saline soils, rice straw ash and lime are used to balance the pH. They don't try to force fertility into the land. Instead, they simply create conditions that are just enough. Enough for the plant to anchor, enough for the roots to find water when drought strikes. Because in that restraint lies resilience, the kind that allows new life to take root and grow stronger. Once the soil has been thoroughly tilled and the planting pads have been dried just enough to seal the cut ends, preventing rot while preserving vitality, farmers begin the planting process. Each pad is placed at an angle of about 60 degrees, buried 5 to 10 centimeters deep in the loosened soil. This depth is just enough to secure the base while allowing young roots to easily anchor and grow steadily. As the pads settle into the earth and begin to awaken life within, growers resist the urge to water immediately. For the first 2 weeks, the soil is left dry, encouraging the roots to stretch deeper in search of moisture hidden in lower layers, a natural response that helps the plant establish a stronger foothold in harsh environments. Only when new shoots begin to emerge, those first subtle signs of life, does irrigation begin. Water is applied sparingly, just enough to moisten the soil without making the plant dependent on external sources. With cactus, it's not about how much water is given, but when it arrives, a perfectly timed nudge that tells the young plant it is ready to thrive in a dry and demanding world. When the dry season lingers long enough and the sun has scorched the edges of each cactus pad to a golden hue, the prickly pears begin to ripen, changing from green to amber, then to deep red, swollen as if they've gathered the desert sunlight beneath their delicate skins. This marks the start of the first harvest, a task that must be done gently yet cautiously, as these fruits are both fragile and covered in nearly invisible hair-like spines. Harvesting usually takes place in the early morning when the sun is already casting its light across the desert. Farmers dress in long sleeves, gloves, and wide-brimmed hats to shield themselves, carefully stepping between rows of spiny plants. Using steel tongs or curved knives, they skillfully twist each fruit, detaching it from the pad with a light motion, taking care not to tear the thin skin or release the ultra-fine spines that can lodge deep in the skin and cause hours of irritation. Each fruit, once picked, is gently dropped into bamboo baskets or plastic tubs kept nearby, making it easy to move through the rows while minimizing handling and contact. Once the last prickly pears have been gathered, farmers return to a familiar rhythm, harvesting the nopal pads, the tender green stems often referred to as the lungs of the cactus. What seems like a simple task actually demands great precision, as even a slight miscut can damage the mother plant and disrupt its entire growth cycle. The selected pads must not be too old or woody. Their surface should still be smooth, evenly thick, and tinged with that signature jade green. With a razor-sharp knife, the worker makes a swift yet delicate cut close to the base, carefully avoiding the bud eyes, tiny growth points where even a small scratch can prevent new shoots from sprouting. Every cut must be clean, exact, as if the cutter understands the biological rhythm pulsing beneath those layers of spines. Roughly every 7 to 10 days, new pads emerge, and the cycle repeats, like a steady breath across the desert landscape. At larger farms, semi-automated machines are now used for harvesting, reaching speeds of 500 to 700 kilograms per hour, resembling combine harvesters in arid terrain. Yet, not every field is flat, and not every cactus grows in neat rows. In rugged hillsides where the earth cracks like dried skin and plants grow wild, each cut is still entrusted to human hands, where technique, intuition, and years of experience preserve something no machine can replicate: the art of cutting to keep life alive. Immediately after harvest, both cactus pads and fruits are carefully stacked into ventilated plastic crates and quickly transported to the processing facility. The transport must be completed within the same day to prevent sun exposure from dehydrating the produce or causing the sap to ferment, since just a few hours under the heat can significantly alter the quality. For such perishable crops, speed and gentle handling are critical to preserving freshness. At the processing facility, crates are unloaded by hand or with small forklifts and neatly arranged into batches in the staging area. The space is cool, sheltered, and has clean flooring, helping to reduce temperature shock as the produce transitions from intense sun to shade. Each pad is then manually sorted, rinsed with cold water, gently despined, and left to drain for about 30 minutes. Pads that meet quality standards are packed according to their destination: whole pads for restaurants, sliced portions for supermarkets. Every package is labeled with traceability information and stored in cold rooms at 4 to 8 degrees Celsius, cool enough to preserve the vibrant green color, yet mild enough to retain the pad's natural flavor. No-pall pads that don't meet commercial standards are set aside for a different purpose, becoming a green source of nutrition for livestock, especially cattle and buffalo during the dry season. After being washed and despined, the pads are fed into specialized shredders, where they are either sliced into 2 to 4 centimeter strips or ground into a soft, wet mash that's easy to digest. At larger farms, chopped straw, sugarcane pulp, or dried grass is often mixed in to balance nutrients and increase roughage. Modern machines can process 1 to 1.5 tons of cactus pads per hour, an impressive output considering that in many semi-arid regions, this is the main source of feed keeping livestock alive through the dry season. With a water content of up to 90% and rich in potassium, calcium, and natural mucilage, no-pall helps animals stay hydrated, improves digestion, and reduces heat stress. In sun-scorched areas where even grass withers, no-pall becomes a living water tank for livestock, quietly feeding and hydrating herds without a single drop of rain. After a short journey from field to facility, the prickly pears rest quietly in crates as if returning from a harsh expedition. Their skins remain plump and vibrant, yet are coated in dust and lined with fine spines, so delicate that a single touch might release an invisible cloud of needles, sharp as the desert's thoughts. To cleanse this natural armor, the fruits pass through soft brushes, rotating slowly under cool water, where each spine falls away like the last grain of sand slipping from the hand of the wind. Water pressure, rotation speed, the tilt of the conveyor belt, everything is calibrated not just by machines, but by experience. For the skin of the prickly pear is as fragile as the final breath of ripeness on the surface of fruit. On large farms, a single machine can process 400 to 600 kilograms of fruit per hour. Yet speed is never prioritized over precision, because even the smallest scratch can begin the fruit's decline within hours. Once the dust and fine spines have been removed, the prickly pears move on to their final stage, packaging. Workers select the fruit using both sight and experience, not just to pick the most attractive ones, but to ensure perfect ripeness and firmness. Fruits that meet the standard are carefully arranged in ventilated trays or mesh bags, labeled with their origin and packing date as a promise of quality. Finally, they are placed in cold storage at 8 to 10 degrees Celsius to preserve their freshness and flavor all the way to the consumer's hands. In addition to daily fresh consumption, a significant portion of prickly pears is sent to processing plants, where the ripe, succulent fruits continue their transformation into a variety of high-value products. After being peeled, either manually or using semi-automated machines, the fruits are deseeded and fed into cold press extractors. With a capacity of 500 to 800 kilograms of raw fruit per hour, these systems can handle dozens of tons each day while preserving the purity of the juice. The result is a vibrant pink-orange liquid, glowing with a natural radiance, as if infused with the essence of dry soil, scorching winds, and late-season rains. This isn't just juice, it's a nutrient-rich concentrate, packed with vitamin C, flavonoids, and especially betalains, powerful antioxidants with anti-inflammatory properties up to 3 times stronger than those found in beets. Though not every drop of cactus juice ends its journey as a refreshing drink, some are reserved for a quieter transformation into wine. In cold steel tanks, the vibrant pink-orange liquid undergoes natural fermentation over 7 to 10 days, guided by probiotics and steady temperatures. Once the wine has matured, it is filtered and left to rest, gradually turning into a clear ruby-red hue. A single sip reveals a delicate sweetness that touches the tip of the tongue, carrying the essence of dry earth, blazing sun, and the art of finding pleasure amid harshness. From edible pads to juice, from fresh fruit to fermented wine, the cactus proves that even the most rugged things can reveal gentle beauty when respected and understood. This journey isn't just the story of a plant, but a testament to resilience and adaptation, lessons both nature and humanity are relearning in an increasingly arid and changing world. Imagine getting lost in a lush bamboo forest, where the wind rustles through the towering leaves, creating a gentle symphony between earth and sky, blending seamlessly with the vibrant rhythm of nature. Welcome to China, the bamboo shoot capital of the world, producing up to 80% of the global supply, with endless stretches of bamboo groves that seem to have no end. But that's not all. Bamboo shoots are also the fastest growing plant on Earth. Under ideal conditions, a single shoot can grow up to 1 to 3 feet per day, so fast that you can actually witness it rising with the naked eye, as if nature were fast-forwarding life itself within a matter of hours. With just 100 grams of bamboo shoots, you get a green gift packed with under 20 kcal, yet rich in fiber, potassium, vitamin B6, and phytosterols, golden compounds known to lower cholesterol and support heart health. Virtually fat-free and loaded with antioxidants, bamboo shoots are quickly emerging as a superfood sought after around the world. And like every story, this one has a beginning. For bamboo shoots, that journey starts deep in dense forests, where young sprouts quietly push through the soil, waiting for the hands of humans to harvest them. For farmers, harvesting bamboo shoots is not just a task, it's a delicate art form. For young bamboo shoots with soft stems that grow close to the ground, farmers can harvest them entirely by hand. When they spot a shoot peeking through the soil, they approach, grip the base firmly, and snap it off with a quick motion, angled or sideways. This method is quick, simple, and especially effective when scouting the terrain or inspecting individual bamboo clusters. However, not all shoots are that easy to collect. In some bamboo varieties, the shoots grow deep beneath the surface, hidden in loose soil, with no visible sign above ground. In these cases, farmers must learn to read the language of the earth. Tiny surface cracks, subtle mounds, or a soft spot underfoot signal that a shoot is quietly pushing upward from below. As for the shoots that have already emerged but whose bases are firmly anchored deep into tough, aged bamboo roots, harvesting by hand is nearly impossible. At that point, farmers turn to tools like small hoes or curved machetes, adjusting their method based on terrain and soil density. They aim to strike just once, deep and precisely enough to loosen the base without damaging the tender shoot. Afterward, the bamboo shoot is trimmed, with its thick outer layers and woody base peeled away, protective sheaths that served their role throughout the shoot's journey underground. What remains is the tender white core, crisp, sweet, and faintly earthy. This is the prized portion destined for consumption or processing. This trimming is often done on-site to reduce weight during transport and ensure the shoots remain fresh and crunchy all the way to the factory. Before following these bamboo shoots into modern processing plants, let's make a quick stop at the asparagus fields, another type of green gift from the earth. Like bamboo, asparagus rises from underground, but with a much lighter, more elegant form. While harvesting bamboo requires strength, skill, and an intimate knowledge of the land, asparagus is astonishingly simple. Observe its height, gently snap it by hand, or slide a thin knife near the base, and the stalk is yours. A long row can be harvested in minutes, clean, quick, and without ever needing to lift a hoe. Harvesting bamboo shoots is already a demanding task, but the processing that follows requires just as much precision and care. Once the bamboo shoots arrive at the factory, they are unloaded and placed onto a feeding conveyor, which automatically transports them to the washing system with minimal manual labor. Here, the shoots are poured into an automated cleaning tank, where high-pressure water jets spray from multiple angles, washing away soil and debris clinging to the surface. A rotating shaft system gently turns the shoots to ensure every side is thoroughly rinsed, effectively removing dirt and the fibrous outer layer. Fresh bamboo shoots can begin to ferment within just a few hours if not properly cleaned and drained in time. This process causes discoloration, off odors, and rapidly degrades their quality. That's why the washing system is always placed at the very start of the processing line, to stop biological changes from the very first minute. Next, the bamboo shoots are transferred by conveyor into pre-prepared metal cages. These cages are then placed into hot water tanks maintained at around 190 to 200 degrees Celsius. The blanching process softens the shoots, helps preserve their natural flavor, and makes peeling easier. Once blanching is complete, the cages are removed and the shoots are emptied into large trays, where they are spread out and either air-cooled or soaked in cold water, all in preparation for the next step, peeling. During the bamboo shoot peeling process, workers play a crucial role in ensuring both efficiency and precision. They work alongside automated peeling machines, equipped with specially designed rotating shafts. The peeling machine features a large metal roller with spiral grooves that generate friction to strip away the outer layer of the bamboo shoot. As the shaft spins at high speed, it scrapes off the peel when the shoot comes into contact with its rough surface. A conveyor belt underneath helps move the shoots in and out of the peeling zone, keeping the process continuous and efficient. The worker's task is to guide each bamboo shoot into the rotating shaft, making sure the tip is properly aligned to meet the cutting edges or spiral ridges. Once in contact, the machine's strong rotating force mimics a top-down peeling motion, quickly and cleanly removing the soft outer layers. After coming out of the peeling machine, bamboo shoots are still far from finished. Thin layers of skin, fibrous strands, or tough sections near the base often remain, areas that machines can't fully clean. This is where the manual fine trimming process begins. With a small, sharp but flexible knife, workers carefully trim each bamboo shoot, a task repeated thousands of times per shift, requiring unwavering focus. At the packaging station, workers use electronic scales to divide the bamboo shoots so that each bag has a consistent weight, usually ranging from 200 grams to 500 grams. Once portioned, the shoots are placed into specialized plastic bags and transferred to a vacuum sealing machine. This system removes all the air inside the bag and then heat seals the opening. As a result, the bamboo shoots are preserved in an airtight environment, maintaining their crisp texture, vibrant color, and extending shelf life for several weeks, all without the need for preservatives. In addition to fresh bamboo shoots, fermented canned bamboo shoots are also a popular product favored by many consumers. After sorting, the shoots are neatly arranged into large industrial steaming vats, ready to undergo a critical stage that transforms them into a shelf-stable, canned product. Soaking the shoots in water is a refined technical step. The water helps mellow the naturally pungent taste of raw bamboo, resulting in a milder, more pleasant final flavor. It also stabilizes moisture levels inside the shoots, preventing them from cracking, breaking, or cooking unevenly when exposed to sudden high temperatures. Once the shoots have absorbed enough water, the entire vat is covered with a flexible plastic sheet to create a sealed environment that traps steam and heat. These vats are then placed into massive industrial steamers where pressure and temperature are tightly controlled. Over the course of 30 to 60 minutes, the bamboo shoots are steamed at temperatures ranging from 120 degrees Celsius, 212 degrees to. This is the ideal range to eliminate harmful bacteria while preserving the shoot's natural crunch, a texture that consumers highly appreciate. Thanks to the evenly circulating hot steam, the shoots cook uniformly from the inside out and have their bright color locked in, ensuring they remain visually appealing by the time they reach the end consumer. Once fully cooked, the vats are opened and the shoots are left to cool naturally, avoiding thermal shock that could cause softening or structural damage. From here, each can is then filled with a light brine solution for preservation. Finally, the lids are heat sealed using an automatic press, creating a completely airtight environment that allows the bamboo shoots to retain their natural flavor for several months without any added preservatives. At the end of the line, the finished cans are carefully stacked in a cool storage area, awaiting shipment, ready to appear on dining tables everywhere, from cozy home-cooked meals to gourmet canned goods destined for export markets around the world. But have you ever wondered how bamboo shoots are formed? The answer lies in the strong, healthy mother bamboo plants, nurtured with the hands and rich experience of dedicated farmers. Bamboo is primarily propagated through branch cuttings. The cuttings are selected from healthy mother bamboo plants, free from pests and diseases, and typically between 2 to 5 years old. After selecting a suitable branch, farmers proceed to girdle the bark in a 2 to 3 centimeters wide ring and scrape off the cambium layer to inhibit upward nutrient flow. The exposed section is then wrapped with a moist mixture of loose soil and sawdust or decomposed straw, maintaining a humidity level of 60 to 70%. Finally, the soil ball is tightly wrapped with plastic and secured at both ends with string to retain moisture and promote faster, stronger root development. After about 30 to 45 days, roots will begin to emerge and develop. During this stage, it's important to regularly check the soil ball to ensure the moisture level is neither too dry nor too wet. Once the roots reach a length of about 3 to 5 centimeters and turn an ivory white color, the branch is ready to be separated from the mother plant. Once the rooted branch is ready, it is carefully cut from the mother plant using sharp pruning shears to avoid damaging the roots. The cut end is then dipped into a rooting hormone solution to promote stronger growth. Next, a planting bag is prepared by mixing loamy soil with well-decomposed manure and organic humus in a 2:1:1 ratio. The rooted cutting is gently placed into the soil bag and covered lightly to avoid injuring the delicate roots. After being placed in the soil bag, the young bamboo plant should be kept in a shaded, well-ventilated area for the first 2 to 3 weeks to avoid direct sunlight. Daily watering is necessary to maintain moisture, but care must be taken not to overwater, which can lead to root rot. After 1 to 2 months, once the seedling has stabilized and shows healthy growth, it can be transplanted into the garden soil. Proper care during this early stage helps the plant gradually adapt to its environment and significantly boosts its growth potential once planted in open ground. After transplanting, young bamboo plants require several years of steady growth before they can produce edible shoots. Typically, it takes 3 to 5 years for a bamboo plant to mature enough to yield bamboo shoots, those tender, nutrient-rich sprouts prized in many cuisines. However, this timeline can shift depending on factors like cultivation methods, soil fertility, climate conditions, and the bamboo variety. These shoots usually break through the soil in spring or during warm, humid spells, when optimal moisture and temperature awaken the dormant energy within the rhizomes, sending up a vibrant green spear from underground. Let's start with some perfectly interesting facts about pears and their delightful trees. Pear trees are like the introverts of the fruit world. They take their time, growing quietly and steadily, but when they bloom, oh boy, it's a show. These trees are known for their beautiful white blossoms that arrive in spring, looking like they're dressed for a garden party. They thrive in well-drained soil, enjoy moderate climates, don't mind a little patience. After all, it takes about 4 to 7 years before a pear tree starts producing fruit. Talk about commitment. The fruit itself, a masterpiece of nature. Pears are smooth, sweet, and slightly grainy, like a dessert with just the right texture. They come in various shades: green, yellow, red, and even brown, and shapes, but they all share one common feature: they're delicious. Whether it's the Bartlett, Anjou, Bosque, or Seckel, each pear has its own personality. And did you know pears are one of the oldest cultivated fruits, dating back to ancient civilizations? Yup, our ancestors knew what they were doing. Now, let's dive into the main event: harvesting 1.1 million tons of pears. That's right, 1.1 million tons. Imagine a mountain of pears, taller than the Statue of Liberty and stretching far beyond what the eye can see. The majority of these pears are grown in the Pacific Northwest, with Washington, Oregon, and California leading the way. These states have the perfect mix of climate and soil: cool nights, warm days, and well-drained earth, which pears absolutely adore. Harvesting pears is no joke. These fruits are delicate divas, easily bruised if mishandled. Farmers, therefore, use a combination of gentle hands and modern machinery to get the job done. The harvest typically begins in late summer or early fall, depending on the variety. Workers carefully pick each pear by hand, placing them into specially designed bins that prevent bruising. It's a labor-intensive process, but hey, good things take time. Hand harvesting pears is a time-honored tradition in the agricultural world, and for good reason. This method allows farmers to handle the delicate fruit with care, ensuring that the pears are picked at the perfect ripeness and remain bruise-free. Human hands can discern which pears are ready for harvest, resulting in higher quality produce. This practice is particularly valuable for premium pear varieties destined for fresh markets, where appearance and texture are everything. Moreover, hand harvesting creates seasonal employment opportunities, often supporting local communities and preserving traditional farming techniques. In some farms, industrial machinery plays a supportive role in the pear harvesting process, simplifying tasks like transporting and moving large quantities of fruit. Machines such as conveyor belts, motorized cart-padded mechanical arms are commonly used to assist farmers. These tools help reduce the physical strain on workers, improve efficiency, and minimize fruit bruising during handling. For larger orchards, machinery steps in to lend a helping hand, or rather, a helping claw. Mechanical harvesters with padded arms gently shake the tree or pluck the pears, ensuring that the fruit remains pristine. After all, no one wants a pear with a black eye. Harvesting pears is more than just a task, it's a delicate art. It's a seamless blend of human precision and smart machinery, all aimed at delivering perfect, crisp, and delicious pears to your table. From the branch to the bin, and eventually to your plate, each step reflects dedication and a deep love for agriculture. Once harvested, the pears are loaded onto trucks and transported to processing facilities, where their real journey begins. At the factory, pears are treated like VIP guests. Their first stop, a refreshing bath. The fruits are washed to remove dirt, leaves, and any stubborn hitchhiking bugs. This step isn't just about cleaning. It's a refreshing dip after basking under the sun. In pear processing factories, dry cleaning lines are essential for gently removing dirt, dust, and debris from the fruit. Using soft brushes, rollers, and air blowers, the pears are cleaned without water to preserve their natural coating and freshness. Next, they're inspected by both humans and high-tech cameras. Bruised or oddly shaped pears are politely escorted out. They'll likely end up as juice or puree, so no pear goes to waste. The remaining pears are sorted by size, color, and quality. Conveyor belts carry them through a series of rollers, sensors, and even lasers. Yes, lasers, that ensure each pear meets the highest standards. While the core purpose of sorting is the same across factories, the equipment and steps involved can vary. Smaller facilities may rely on semi-automatic systems combined with manual inspections, while larger operations invest in fully automated lines with AI-driven technology for precise sorting. Regardless of the scale, the goal remains consistent: to separate premium-grade pears from those that don't meet strict standards. These systems save time, reduce human error, and ensure uniformity in the final product, boosting customer satisfaction and maintaining the reputation of the brand. By embracing modern technology, factories achieve efficiency while preserving the delicate nature of pears throughout the sorting process. Once sorted, the pears are packed into boxes or crates, labeled, and sent off to supermarkets, farmers markets, and export destinations around the world. But that's not all. Some pears are destined for greater things like canned pears, jams, or dried fruit snacks, ensuring that pears can be enjoyed year-round. Now, let's talk numbers. Pears contribute significantly to the U.S. economy, generating millions of dollars in revenue each year. From the farmers who grow them to the workers in processing plants and the truck drivers who deliver them, pears create jobs and livelihoods. They're also a major export product, with American pears making their way to countries like Canada, Mexico, and beyond. In domestic markets, pears are a beloved staple. They're featured in everything from holiday gift baskets to school lunchboxes, making them a reliable source of income for many. Pears aren't just about dollars and cents. They're a part of American life. Who hasn't enjoyed a slice of pear pie at Thanksgiving or a crisp pear salad during a summer barbecue? Pears are the unsung heroes of countless recipes, adding a touch of sweetness and sophistication to every dish. They're also a symbol of tradition and family. Many pear orchards in the U.S. are family-owned, passed down through generations. Visiting a pear orchard to pick fruit is a cherished autumn activity for families, combining fun, fresh air, and a little exercise. Plus, there's nothing quite like biting into a pear you picked yourself. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Agriculture Insight. Are you feeling stressed out from your work? It's time to take a break and immerse yourself in the natural beauty of the vast citrus orchards across the United States. With their refreshing taste and high nutritional value, citrus have become a popular fruit in the United States. Did you know that American farmers harvest 4.9 million tons of tangerines each year? That is really an amazing number. Growing and harvesting such large quantities of tangerines requires the support of modern machinery. In today's video, we will follow American farmers through the entire process of growing, harvesting, and processing citrus. Let's get started. California and Florida are the heartlands of American citrus farming, with climates that perfectly match the needs of these trees. Grafting is a popular method of propagating citrus trees, allowing farmers to produce trees that produce fruit faster and maintain desirable characteristics. In this process, a scion is attached to the rootstock of a young tree. The rootstock is chosen for its disease resistance and adaptability to soil conditions, while the scion determines the type of citrus fruit produced. The grafted parts are tied together to promote growth, and as the scion takes root, it begins to grow as part of the rootstock, eventually forming a single, productive tree. Once the seedlings are strong enough, they can be separated from the base and planted in soil. After about 6 months in the nursery, farmers can plant the young tree in the garden. Planting typically occurs in early spring, with young trees planted at strategic intervals to ensure enough space for root and canopy development. In dry regions like California, drip irrigation systems are often used to deliver precise amounts of water directly to each tree's roots, helping conserve water and support stable growth, especially during the early stages. Additionally, farmers use machinery for both fertilization and pruning to optimize the care process. Automated fertilizer spreaders are programmed to distribute nutrients, such as nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, at key times, like budding or fruit setting, to ensure strong and even growth. These machines apply fertilizer in the form of mist, allowing plants to absorb nutrients directly through the leaves. Pruning is also done with machinery, particularly in large citrus orchards. Automatic pruning machines help remove weak or dead branches, allowing the trees to receive adequate sunlight and airflow, reducing disease risk. This method not only saves time, but also provides farmers with high precision, ensuring each tree has the ideal shape for growth. Citrus trees can get yellow leaf disease during growth, causing the tree to die, so farmers must use special medicine to help the tree grow healthy. After 2 to 3 years, citrus trees reach maturity and start to bear fruit. Blooming usually begins in spring. Citrus blossoms are fragrant and attract pollinators, especially bees, which help increase fruit yield. These flowers bloom for a few days, during which they are pollinated to produce fruit. Although citrus flowers can self-pollinate, bees play a crucial role in enhancing pollination efficiency, helping the orchards achieve higher yields and better fruit quality. After 6 to 8 months from flowering, the citrus fruits are ready for harvest. Picking begins when fruits reach their full color and sweetness. Before harvesting, fruits are sampled to measure sweetness and quality. Only fully ripe fruits are selected, ensuring that customers receive the best flavor and texture. To prevent bruising, citrus fruits are generally picked by hand. Workers use specialized tools, such as clippers and ladders, to harvest the fruits safely and efficiently. Each worker will carry a bag with them so that they can directly put the citrus fruits in it. Once the bag is full, they go to the large containers to pour the citrus fruits into it. For the fruits that are high up, they use a small ladder to climb directly up and pick them from the tree. Workers, often seasonal laborers, earn around $10–15 per hour, depending on experience and region. Each fruit is placed carefully in baskets or crates to avoid damage and transported to processing facilities. Besides, mechanical harvesting is also applied on large farms. A canopy shaker is typically a large machine that can either be mounted on a tractor or operate as a self-driving unit, moving down rows of trees. It has long, flexible rods extending from the machine's body that reach out to the branches, creating gentle vibrations that cause ripe fruits to drop. These vibrations are calibrated to shake only the ripe fruit from the trees, leaving unripe fruit intact and avoiding any damage to the branches. The fallen fruit is collected on mats or conveyor belts below, then moved into storage bins. Some machines are equipped with large catch frames that wrap around the tree canopy, neatly capturing the fruit as it falls. Canopy shakers can harvest much faster than manual picking, saving time during peak harvest season. They are commonly used in major citrus-growing regions like Florida and California, where orchards are planted and arranged specifically to work well with this type of machinery. Each of these machines costs hundreds of thousands of dollars, but for large farms, the money is well worth it to improve harvesting efficiency. There is also another type of machine called a tree shaker. The machine has a long rod. When shaking the tree, the citrus fruits fall down and the farmer can pick them up on the ground. Or there is also a type of machine equipped with a net to support the citrus fruits to fall straight into it. In some streets where citrus trees are planted, they also use this machine to harvest the fruit. After harvesting, citrus fruits are transported to the sorting line. The first step in processing citrus fruits involves thoroughly washing them to remove any dirt, dust, and residual chemicals. They are often passed through a series of water baths or sprayed with water jets to rinse off surface contaminants. Some facilities may also use gentle brushing systems to ensure the fruits are cleaned without damaging their skins. To prevent contamination, the water used is typically filtered and treated, and some facilities add a mild food-safe sanitizer to ensure the fruits are free from bacteria and fungi. After washing, citrus fruits move on to a sorting and grading stage. Here, they go through optical sorting machines equipped with advanced sensors and cameras that analyze each fruit's size, color, and surface quality. The machine can detect minor blemishes, discoloration, and other imperfections, sorting the fruits into categories based on appearance. Fruits that don't meet quality standards are often redirected for juice production, ensuring that only the highest quality fruits continue to the fresh market. Size sorting. Fruits are measured for uniformity, often using grids or rotating drums with size-specific holes to separate different fruit sizes. Color and blemish detection. Optical sensors identify the exact color and check for any discoloration, which may indicate overripeness or bruising. Surface flaws are also detected, ensuring only visually appealing fruits make it to the packing stage. Once sorted, the fruits are ready for packing. High-quality citrus fruits are packed into boxes that are lined with protective padding to prevent bruising during transportation. Each box is carefully filled to avoid any excess pressure on the fruits at the bottom, and often, fruits are individually separated with dividers or cushioned layers to maintain their quality. After packing, each box is labeled with essential information that helps maintain quality control and traceability. Labels typically include origin, harvest date, storage instructions. Next, we go to the orange juice factory. At a citrus juice processing facility, the freshly harvested oranges, mandarins, or other citrus fruits first undergo a thorough washing to remove any dirt, pesticide residues, and other contaminants. Once cleaned, the fruits are sorted for quality, with only the ripest and undamaged fruits moving forward in the juicing process. The citrus fruits are then fed into industrial juicing machines, where the juice is extracted by separating the pulp, seeds, and peels. After extraction, the juice is filtered to ensure a smooth consistency and remove any remaining solids. The filtered juice is then pasteurized at a controlled temperature to kill harmful bacteria while retaining flavor and nutrients. Quality control checks are performed on each batch to test for taste, acidity, and safety, ensuring a high-quality product. Finally, the juice is bottled in a sterile environment, labeled with nutritional information and production details, and prepared for storage and shipping, ready to reach consumers in fresh, top-quality condition. We've now explored the entire journey of citrus fruits, from sunlit orchards to the final glass of refreshing juice. Every step, from careful soil preparation to meticulous harvesting and processing, requires skill, effort, and technology. So next time you sip your orange juice, remember the dedication of farmers and workers who bring these fruits to your table. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more agricultural insights. See you in the next video.